What's up, you guys? So this is going to be my second official vlog on this channel, technically, because the first one was a two-parter. It wasn't two separate vlogs, it was a two-parter. So this is my second travel vlog on this channel. I'm really excited. This is the first travel vlog that I'm making since I moved here to Arizona. And we are going to go to Sedona today, and we're going to check that out. I've seen some pictures of it. It is fucking beautiful. I'm sure that the pictures simply do not do justice. This vlog is going to be a lot shorter because it's just a day trip type of thing. But I figured I'd get some footage, and I'll probably record another one of my regular classic YouTube videos while I'm out here. So I'm going to be getting a lot of content for you guys that I'm going to be posting a lot over the next... I know I haven't been really posting a lot. I've been slacking for a variety of reasons, but there's no excuse. But yeah, we're here. It is currently about 9 a.m. here on the West Coast, and I should get there around 11:30 noon because it's about a 2-hour drive. So really closer to 11, but anyway, it's going to be really fun. There was a couple of different parks that I was checking out. So, yeah, we'll see what it's all about. Stay tuned. Alrighty, folks. We are in Kabaib, or however the fuck you pronounce it, National Forest. I don't know if you can see the mountains from here. There are mountains up here. Pretty stunning. Just a lot of... trees and bushes and shit. One thing I forgot to mention, or that I guess I haven't mentioned yet, I didn't really forget. So, part of the canyon is actually on fire right now. Yeah, so the south, or not the south rim, the north rim. I live on the south rim. The North Rim is on fire right now, as we speak. And it's getting worse, and worse, and worse, and worse. And it's actually gotten to the point where the smoke is such that you can't even fucking see the canyon right now. You can't see it. And I hate that, because that's like my morning ritual. I can't speak. And I hate that because that's like my morning ritual, you know. I every morning when I'm going into work, I'll go see the canyon. I'll, you know, take just a few seconds to look at the canyon. And then when I get off work, I do the same thing. And now I can't do that because I can't fucking see it. I hate that. And my heart goes out to all the people on the North Rim. So basically what they're going to do is they're going to evacuate like 400 to 500 people, and they're all going to come to our side of things. So they're going to evacuate everybody, and I think that's what they're doing right now. They're evacuating everyone from the North Rim to the South Rim, because all of the buildings have burned down. Every single one of them, just about. They said it was about 80 buildings that are destroyed, just gone. According to the New York Times, which, I mean, take what the news says with a grain of salt, because they lie. Sorry, but they do. And that's all of them. Liberal, conservative, left-wing, right-wing, center-wing, no-wing. They lie. The media lies. But they did say on the New York Times, I did read an article briefly, that about 95,000 acres have burned down. So that is one thing that I'm scared of, living out here at a national park, because that's always a possibility. That, you know, that a fire could start and then you're shit out of luck. My condolences, of course, go out to there was at least 2 people, I think, that died of smoke inhalation, which really sucks. So yeah, I've been kind of having a shitty week because of the fire. A lot of the tourists that came through here, when they first saw the smoke rising from the canyon, they're like, oh my God, look, it's so cool. I'm like, no, it's not cool, asshole. This is not cool. There's nothing cool about this. This is bad. This is really bad. So, I worry about how many people's hours are going to get cut, including my own. But one thing that gives me some solace, gives me some comfort, is the fact that this could not have been avoided. And what I mean by that is it was a lightning strike. Literally, lightning struck on the... Well, actually, no. I take that back. This could have been avoided, because my question is, why the fuck did they let it get out of control like this? Oh, there's Arizona over there. Holy shit. What are you doing? Bro. Dickhead. Oh, I hate it. He reminds me of the drivers back home. Why wasn't something done about this sooner? The fire department and whoever the fuck, the wildlife conservationists, whoever, all of them, they're all guilty. Because this happened on the 4th of July. This fire has been going on since the 4th of July. Why wasn't something done about this sooner? Why did they let it get this bad? The second that there was even a small fire, they should have put it out. And then this all could have been avoided. But now the whole fucking park is gone. That side of the park is gone. And they're going to have to rebuild everything. And it's probably going to take about, they say, 3 to 5 years to get it completely restored. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. Ugh. But I will say this, I'm a little frustrated, but I'm not worried about it. And the reason I'm not worried about it is because what good is that going to do? I don't worry about things that I cannot control. It's a waste of time. It's bad for my mental health, so I don't do it. I used to sit there and perseverate and think, oh my God, what if this happens? What if that happens? It's like, if it's out of your control, if it's something that you can't help, don't worry about it. And it's not to be selfish. Of course I feel horribly for all the people who work, all the employees over at the North Rim. I feel terrible for them. I wish them the best. I especially, my heart breaks for the 2 people that died. And so, yeah. But at the same time, I'm not going to worry about it. Because it's like, what good is that really going to do, all I can do on my end is stay all I can really do on my end is stay super fucking vigilant, this next week or so that if shit really hits the fan, I can evacuate as soon as possible. Because I brought my car. I'm fortunate enough, unlike the majority of the people that work on the South Rim and the North Rim, most of the people, unlike the majority of the people who work at that park, I brought my car. So, if shit really hits the fan, oh yeah, I'm out of there. I'm not hopping on a bus, none of that. I'm getting in my car, I'm fucking leaving. I don't know what the fuck I'll do, but I'm not gonna worry about it, because fuck it. It is what it is. God, these mountains are fucking gorgeous, man. Holy shit, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna try. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I leave here, man. And that's kind of the fun of it, you know, with me doing this whole seasonal work thing and jumping, job hopping. I don't know where I'm gonna go after this. I might stay here. Or I might go to another state, somewhere else. And I think that's kind of the fun of it, you know? That's what makes it exciting. I was looking last night at Glacier National Park. That's another one of Xanterra's properties, is Glacier. And I was looking at some pictures of Glacier National Park. It's in Montana. And it's fucking beautiful, man. Fucking gorgeous. Mountains are just some of the most beautiful I've ever seen. So, I don't know. If I do go to Glacier, it'll be a shorter drive from here to there than it was from South Carolina to Arizona. But not by much. It'll be about an 18-hour and 51-minute drive, so about 19 hours total. I'm like, man, that's short. Compared to what I did? That's cake, man. That's easy sailing. Nah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do. Shit, I might stay on the West Coast for a while. I like it out here. It's kind of cool. Everything's more expensive, which is not very cool. But other than that, I like Arizona. It's just everything is pricey out here. That's really the biggest downfall. Everything is pricey and it's hot all the fucking time. And there's always a possibility that a fire is going to break out and kill everyone. So that's a little scary. But other than that, it's neat. I enjoy living in a place where wildlife just kind of roam free all the time. You know? I will say that I do need to, when I have my days off, I need to make a concerted effort to go somewhere outside of the park at least one of those 2 days to protect my mental health. Because, you know, it kind of helps to be in a place where there's a bit of city mixed with my rural, I guess for lack of a better term. Mixed, I need to have a little bit of city mixed with my outdoorsy sometimes. You know, I went to Flagstaff last weekend, and while I was there, we went to the mall. I think I mentioned this in my last video, maybe, I don't know. Me and my buddy Chuck, we went to the mall, and I was like, damn, this reminds me of home. Which is kind of sad. The one place that fucking reminds me of home is a big commercial cesspool. You know? It is what it is. You know? I have a love-hate relationship with the mall. On one hand, it's just a bunch of overpriced shit. where people can go and spend money they don't have on shit they don't need, and max out their credit cards and shovel if they're faced with food, and just but it's also the kind of mindless drivel that makes me think of South Carolina. So for some reason it was just the first thing, like I was like, damn, I feel like I'm back in Greenville again. So that was kind of neat. I felt like I needed to go to the mall. I can only stare at trees for so long. That's the American in me. My mind has been poisoned with commercialism, and consumerism. A bunch of my friends at the park, they've been talking about wanting to go to Vegas. My friend Bo, and Bo has mentioned it. Chuck has mentioned it. I think V has mentioned it. They mentioned wanting to go to Las Vegas because it's only about 4 hours from the park. I don't want to go to Vegas. I don't. The only reason I want to go to Vegas is for the strippers, but I can go to a strip club in any city. I can go to Tempe, Arizona. I think that's how it's pronounced. Tempe. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's Tempe, Arizona, which is closer to the park, I believe. There's probably a strip club in Flagstaff, but I can guarantee you that the strip clubs in Las Vegas are probably pretty fucking impressive. But I don't know, man. I like a mix of outdoors and city. I like that balance. That's me. It's what I like, because that's kind of what Greenville is. And so going to Vegas, it's just a big fucking consumerist commercial cesspool with a bunch of neon lights and screens and giant skyscrapers. And I don't know, man. It just seems like a good place to lose all your money and potentially die. But a guy's trip to Vegas might be fun. It might be worth doing. But I think it's one of those places where, like, if I went once, I don't think I'd want to go again. But I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I have so many other places that I'd rather glow. I have so many other places that I'd rather go. Right now, I'm on my way to Sedona, which, based on the pictures that I've seen, is just a big forest. I'm making a trip to Tucson next week, I've decided. What I'll do is I'll go straight after work, and I'll get a hotel, and then I'll spend the day there, and then come back in the evening, and then have a day to kind of rest and recuperate. Because that's where I'm going to go spread my grandfather's ashes. Also, I want to explore Tucson because, my granddad lived there for a long time, and he loved it, and I just want to know why. Granted, it has probably changed quite a bit since he lived there, but, it's just a bucket list thing because it's where my pops lived, and it's, that's the reason I want to go. I do want to go to Phoenix, but I might need to get my license to carry and have a gun before I go there because, it's a very big city with a lot of fucking people. I think when I read the census, it was like 1.6 million people live there, which is fucking insane. I consider my hometown of Greenville to be a big city, and there's only about 70,000 people that live there. 70 to 75,000. Phoenix has got fucking almost 2 million people that live there, which is fucking bonkers. It's kind of insane. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here and ramble. I'm fucking babbling. But anyway, I will come back if I have any more thoughts that I want to share with you, or if I want to flap my gums anymore, or, you know, once I get there, I will keep you all updated. So, love y'all, be safe. Look at it, y'all. Take it in with me. Take it in. I know it don't do justice on the phone, but like, look at this shit. Beautiful. I'm just gonna leave the camera rolling for you guys. I don't know if y'all can see off the side here, but I'm gonna leave the camera rolling for a little while so you guys can enjoy this with me. Enjoy this experience. And I can get plenty of content. Trying to sound like Gary Vee. I'm failing miserably. But anyway. Man. It's also one of the windiest roads I've ever driven down. But I'm used to this because, you know, back home, driving through the mountains. This is the first time since I've been on the West Coast that I've actually, like, physically driven through a mountain. Because the mountains in New Mexico that made me burst into tears, they were beautiful and they were gorgeous, but, like, you couldn't really drive through them because they were actually more like giant hills. You know, leave it to me to have a meltdown on camera over mounds of dirt with bushes on them. But anyway, this is pretty fucking impressive, if I do say so myself. I gotta be careful. I can't fiddle around with my phone too much or I'll go off the edge and die. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys some of this landscape here. And I will give you more updates as my trip continues. Slide Rock State Park is half a mile away. You know, it's funny, as I'm driving through these mountains, a lot of this stuff reminds me of home, which I was not expecting, because, like, the landscape out here generally, as a rule of thumb, is much different than what I'm used to on the East Coast. It does not look like this, but there's actually some parts of these mountains that I'm driving through, and I'm like, damn, this actually reminds me of South Carolina, which is a little strange. So, I don't know. I guess if I ever get a little too homesick, I can just drive through these mountains. It's kind of cool. I don't know if y'all can see, these are red mountains. These are red. These are the reddest mountains I've ever seen. They got trees on them, but, like, this is like clay. Come on. Leave the camera rolling. See? You can see them. Man. This is so cool. This is fucking neat, man. I'll say it again. I've never seen mountains like this. Sorry, I had to mock myself a little bit. I can't, guys. I just fucking can't. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't right now. I can't even. Beautiful. Beautiful. God damn. All right, guys. We are at the park. We just pulled in. So I am going to find parking, and then we will go ahead and explore this beautiful landscape here. Really excited, so stay tuned. Well, this is my view. I am in the park. I am right by the visitor center. And this is my view from the balcony that I'm standing on. As you can see, it's pretty impressive. They've got a lot of trails and stuff through here. I'm going to try to see if I can find, and I'm sure it won't be difficult, I'm going to find a isolated spot that I can set up my tripod and do a quick little YouTube vid while I'm doing my vlog. I just figured, kill two birds with one stone kind of thing. So I will give you guys more updates as I continue to explore the park. Like a full panorama view. Look at this view, you guys. It's everywhere you look, mountains. Mountains, mountains, mountains. Just everywhere, mountains. I mean, I love it. I love that this is only 2 hours away from me. All of this shit is only 2 hours away. Now, these mountains definitely do not remind me of home. They definitely do not. They're very different. Very different, but very beautiful in their own way. All right, you guys, I'm about to leave. I just wanted you all to drink this in with me one last time. So every time I'm like, okay, that's enough pictures, that's enough videos for now, I see a perspective of the mountain that I absolutely have to get picture and video of. So that's what I'm doing right now. Because I saw this literally from my car window and I was like, man, look, I gotta get pictures and videos. I have to. It would be a disservice to you all if I did not. So here you go. Alright, well this concludes my Sedona vlog. I am actually headed to the laundromat right now because I got to do a load of laundry, and then I'm going to go back to the park for the night. But I really enjoyed Sedona. Sedona's a cool place. I mean, putting myself in the shoes of the residents there, you're living right in the middle of town and you're surrounded by mountains. I mean, like, how fucking cool is that? It's pretty goddamn cool. So, very, very beautiful scenery. I definitely needed this. I've been in a little bit of a funk lately. Nothing too serious, but like, the wildfire over on the North Rim has kind of put me in a mood. A, because obviously it's devastating, for everybody involved. A. And B, it could have been prevented. Could have been avoided, if not for negligence and stupidity. I don't understand why you would allow the wildfire to get that out of control, but whatever. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna bitch about it anymore. But This is kind of a short vlog.